Okay, this time I'd like you to pick up canter, so a nice active trot down this long side, pick up canter in the corner. You can either canter a circle to sort of establish a rhythm and prepare him, or if he has the right rhythm immediately, which might happen about 3 times after you've done it a couple of times, then you can go straight into it. But don't aim for the poles until you're comfortable with the rhythm, because that's the most important thing with the poles.
Okay, okay, so you always pick it up in that corner. I was just thinking if I picked it up in H, would I not have longer to study the canter?
You would, but you can do that on the circle if you're... The only thing, the reason I don't want you picking up canter up there is because they often speed up along the long side.
Okay.
And I don't want him getting that in his head when we're doing poles along the long side. And prepare for canter. Good. You've got a very nice rhythm immediately, so that's good. That was good from you. He got a bit confused and bounced in the middle, but we can go at it again. He had the same problem that time.
The poles don't feel like they're the right distance.
They are for a horse, they should be for a horse his size.
So what's he doing?
So what he's doing is he's thinking about just cantering. He's listening to you well, but what he's not doing is thinking, oh dear, there's poles, I need to change my striding. So a bit of input from you would be maybe to set him up and think about where his legs will be at that time.
I have no way of knowing where
So
it's going to be.
You can feel when his front legs pick up, because that's when you tip back slightly. And if his front legs pick up here, they'll be down here, where they'll pick up immediately again, and then he can do that here, and then can. I'm going to check the striding again and maybe move them closer together, because
they just felt wrong.
I think they felt wrong because he was doing it wrong, because he's chipping in or sort of trotting over it.
That's diagonal pole.
Okay. If you pick up trot again.
Your second pole's far from straight, by the way.
Does it matter?
Yeah.
Really?
Because it does matter.
No, because you're going over the middle, not the side. Good. Now keep your rhythm and don't let him change that. Sit up. That was much, much better. He sorted his legs out then.
Sorry?
That was much better. His legs were correct over it. He didn't sort of do any trot strides or anything.
Got this united.
Yeah. Trot a circle. Keep trotting.
I thought I had to move the width.
And pick up canter again. And go once more. Good. Don't lean forward, sit up. Good again, well done. And trot at B. And keep that trot. Trot a circle at A and keep a nice steady rhythm in the trot. I think he's a bit excited that we're cantering, so we don't want him speeding up or anything. And then walk at A. Good. And halt whenever you're ready. I'm going to change the pole. Okay, this time I'd like you to do exactly the same exercise. So pick up canter in the corner between A and F. If you need to get better balance, canter a circle. If he's listening to you and has the correct rhythm already, you can go straight into it. And all I want you to do is keep that canter and canter over the pole on the jump. They're exactly the same distance apart as the poles were. so it should be the same striding, and the only difference is he'll pick his legs up slightly higher over the second one. You can do a slight jumping position if you feel like that's more comfortable, but it doesn't matter too much because it's not particularly big.
Unless he jumps it 4 foot high.
Yeah. So go onto the circle.
You
pick
can
up.
move that pink thing
Yeah.
for me somewhere, because it sort of seems to be right where my circle is. Or my oval circle. Thank you.
Okay, if you go onto the circle, pick up trot when you're ready. Good. And then canter in that corner the second time round. Steady rhythm in the trot. Sit. And prepare for canter. Good. Good. Perfect. So you kept a really steady rhythm, which meant that he was excellent over the pole and the jump. And so his legs were in the right place and prepared to pick them up over the little jump. And again. Good. And keep trotting, keep trotting. Trot, 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 trot. Pick up trot. Trot. And walk at A. Every time you canter over a jump or even just canter, you have to trot at least the circle afterwards. Because what I don't want is him, we've got such a nice rhythm at the moment going over the pole and the jump. I don't want him thinking, the moment I land from that jump I can stop.
Yeah, that's
Because
why I
then-
kept going second
Yeah,
time
exactly.
round.
So then otherwise he'll go sort of backwards on you over the poles.
Yeah.
That's when you start knocking the poles, knocking the jump. And then that eventually leads to refusals because they're
Okay.
thinking backwards rather than jump the jump, keep going.
Okay.
So when you do this the second time round, canter over the poles, over the jump, you canter at least past that corner. You can trot at C if you like, if you ask him to, but then trot at least a circle or along the long side, anything, and get a nice steady rhythm again afterwards, and then you can walk and then you can hop. But no sort of just letting him trot, walk afterwards. I'm going to put it up a little bit. Main focus of this exercise, again, is the rhythm, but this time you have less time to change that rhythm or keep it the same between your different elements. So first I'd like you to pick up canter in this corner. As it's a canter over a jump, you can have one circle to prepare if you like. Canter over the jump, go into your corner so that you've got lots of space and come over this cross pole. And I'd like the same canter, the same rhythm, don't trot in between or anything. After you've landed from this jump, you can trot anywhere after K. Get a nice balanced trot that you don't have long before you then turn at F and go over your trotting poles.
Yep.
So it's like a figure of 8, the second hop. So I don't want to see any sort of falling into the trot or walking or trotting in between. It's got to be a nice fluid thing, because when you start jumping courses, you'll be cantering the whole way round without having any change, and you have to keep a steady rhythm. Good. And remember, into your jump you have to sit up.
What?
Into the jump, sit up, no leaning forwards. And look at your fence like you did with the poles earlier. Not the jump, the fence behind it. Good. Keep that canter.
Steady.
Oh, or not. Do you know what that was? Do you want the jump a bit smaller?
Width a bit.
Oh, okay. Did you drop it?
No, I'm going to take him around and we're going to finish that course bit in trot.
That's okay. That's absolutely fine. So keep that nice trot rhythm over the cross pole. Good. And then stay straight until K. And start your turn now. So look at the poles, start turning, stay straight, keep the same rhythm. Good. Perfect. And then whenever you're ready, you can walk. Okay. Do you want to do the whole exercise with that as a cross pole?
No, because I think you just got too excited.
Too excited? Okay.
Yeah.
We can finish there then, if you like.
I think it's just I'm sorry about that last one.
That's okay.
I ought to do it again.
It's okay. I don't want any accidents happening from him being too excited. He's worked really well, and you've got most of the things that we were aiming for. So all we were working on was the rhythm, and eventually we'll build up to that rhythm over a course of fences.
Yeah.
If you just walk him off and yeah, I'll get your whip, and then you can get off when you're ready. Well done.
I'll just toss about that last one.
You finished on a good note.